All right, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Real Talk video, and may the Most High bless you. I pray everybody's having a beautiful, blessed day. My title now says, bankruptcy does not mean that you are all the way broke. Bankruptcy does not mean that you are all the way broke, or even broke at all. Let me give a shout out to Little Dallas 91. Big shout out to you. Awesome question. Do bankruptcy mean that a person is broke? And you've been talking about in your email about, what they've been showing about 50 Cent. And a lot of people make this mistake and think that when they see bankruptcy on somebody that they think they are all the way broke. And good question, good email. I tell people all the time, it's not what we know that hurt us. It's what we don't know. You was looking at the video I did not too long ago about it's really $1 million, $1 million. And we was talking about the rappers and their lifestyle and things that, the celebrities go through. And you asked me about, my take on bankruptcy. And let's just be real in this video. Growing up, a lot of our kinfolks filed for Chapter 11. I might need to do a separate video talking about Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. But in this video, I want to talk about Chapter 11, bankruptcy. Now, once again, I'm going to say this off top. Just because somebody filed for bankruptcy does not mean that they are broke. And I was just laughing at a conversation. I heard two people at the store, matter of fact, talking about 50 Cent. And man, how he lose all that money, man. He sold a vitamin water. That was $100 million. And now he all the way flat broke. They were just out there going bad about how broke 50 Cent was. And I just kind of kept walking and laughing because I said it's crazy how we won't study. We won't pick up a book. We don't want to learn nothing, but it's sad. Now, 50 Cent, let me say his real name, Curtis Jackson III. When you look at what's going on with Curtis Jackson, he's not the only one that's went through this. I'm going to blow your mind. As a matter of fact, a lot of people don't even know how many times Donald Trump, yes, I said Donald Trump, how many times Donald Trump have filed for Chapter 11. So I'm going to break this down in the simplest form. Now, when you look at bankruptcy, it's just pretty much a legal status of a person or other entity that cannot repay what they owe creditors. It didn't say that a person was broke. So Chapter 11 of the United States bankruptcy code its purpose is to reorganize your debt in some kind of way, a payment plan, I like to say. I'm going to just break it down like that. So you can start back paying at least some of those debts. Now, Chapter 11 allows a business owner to keep their business going, alive, while they negotiating with the one that they owe, he or she owes. So, looking at 50 Cent, he got the boxing promotion. The things that he have going on, you still wonder why he's still entertaining, why he's still able to work. He's not broke. He just old. Now, I'm trying to make sure I say this. I'm trying to just make this in the simplest form. Because I was just telling my boy Marvell, my saxophone player guy, this just the other day. Yeah, he filed for Chapter 11, but he's not broke. Chapter 11, what it does is it also protects your assets. So a lot of people don't know. A lot of people file in Chapter 11 bankruptcy because they protecting what they have. So if you owe someone and you file for Chapter 11 and if you paying them back some of what you owe, how are you all the way broke? You're not. And look at Dre. Look at when you start seeing the rappers now. A lot of the rappers now are making way more money than a lot of rappers who started rapping a long time ago. Look at what Dre did with the headphones. Then look at P. Diddy and Jay-Z. So when you look at 50 and what 50 has done, 50 is still thinking of ways to make more money. You see what I'm saying? That's why even going through this, he's still going to keep what he got. Unless something else just happened, we can say like that. Now, do you think that all the corporations that 50 is involved in is going to be affected by Chapter 11? No, they're not. You see, he's with who was that? Vodka, SMS, Audio Electronics, and other things, and the endorsements. 50 got a lot of stuff going on. So when you start looking at Chapter 11 once again, the purpose of this is to allow a person to continue on managing their own affairs while they in the bankruptcy case. That's why I always tell people it's just like a payment plan. You know, just like if I got some tickets or whatever, and then I'm still in my car, but I set up a payment plan. Long as I'm paying something on that payment plan, they're not gonna come snatch my car. If you showing them that, okay, I'm trying, it's some kind of agreement, you know. See, let me say it like this. Let me give you another scenario to look at. You can still have enough money, income, to just say this house, for instance. You can still, this house don't cost that much. But just say, let's say a bigger house, one that's like 500,000, 400,000. You can still have enough money and be in your house, paying your bills and insurance, all the stuff that you got. But just say you might not have enough money to, I can't pay off this credit card. I can't pay off this personal debt. You see, my point is, you are not broke. You still got your house, your cars, everything you got. You just don't have enough money to just take care of this all at once. So you make some type of agreement. Don't mean you broke. A lot of people don't know. It's a whole lot of celebrities using Chapter 11. And what it's doing is helping them design a plan to repay over a certain limit. That way they can keep on, like I said about 50, they can keep on being an entertainer. They can keep on working while they pay off their debt. And you know, that's what's so stupid about child support. It's crazy because when a man gets behind on child support or lose their job, they go get the man and lock him up. But you see, that's what the plan is. Child support. You got to pay such and such a month. And if you don't pay this a month, you know, we're going to throw you in jail. But then you turn around and look at something like this, you got an agreement. How you going to pay back the money if you in jail? You sure ain't going to work then. See, this is just how screwed the system is. But when you start talking about people like Donald Trump, people that's up there in a whole nother bracket, not like you and I, man, you talking about heavy money then. So it's always a way for them to get off on something. And I don't have nothing against Donald Trump. I'm just using him for an example. People that's put in another category are not like us. Because they're going to do all they can. Because one thing people don't want to do is don't get their money at all. You know, look at how the IRS is now. You know, they coming out with you see the commercials, so many ways for you to get on this payment plan or do this or wipe out your debt with the IRS. Yeah, how do I know about that? Because I deal with it. Man, I've been dealing with the IRS for a minute, like we say down here in Dallas, for a minute. I mean, you've been dealing with them for a while. And when you deal with stuff like that and learn about business and why this worked this way, then you start seeing what, you know, you start making better choices in life. Me, and I'm not scared to say it in front of the whole world, I made a stupid mistake years back, claiming my cousin's kids that wasn't mine. And then she turned around and claimed them. You know, I was helping back and forth and then, you know, helping my cousin out and taking them here and there, and you know, so far for showing his appreciation. Hey man, that was the first and only time I ever claimed somebody else's kid, and that was the worst mistake I ever did. And I've been dealing with the IRS ever since. You know, it was over $5,000. But according to what I owe in versus some people, 50, 60,000 and up. You see what I'm saying? But it's still, they would put a lien up against your house, or they would take it out of your money, your bank account. But now look at what they're doing. They don't want to do all that. They trying to figure out all kind of ways where you know, hey man, you can go this route or go that route. But I'm just throwing that out there just in case somebody might need to know that. I don't mind giving information, man. This page is about helping each other, period. I don't care what the topic is. This is not a Bible study video, of course, but it might be some Christians who looking at this video, or whoever looking at this video might be trying to figure out, okay, why is it they still got what they got and they filed for chapter 11? They all the way broke, ain't they? No, they not all the way broke. They not all the way broke at all. So when you think about this plan to repay over a certain limit, so you can continue to keep working and being an entertainer or whoever you are, you know, I mean, it's just what it is. It's a way to reorganize your finances. That's how I look at that. Now, you don't have no business trying to live above your means. It's a terrible way to live. A person should straighten up and learn from chapter 11. I mean, just real talk. They should make better decisions and not making all those crazy moves and learn how to be a good steward. That's why I say when you look at Donald Trump, man, Donald Trump done went through this more than once. And I'm going to tell you something else that they might not tell you about chapter 11. Most of those big time celebrities now, they use it to save money. Think about when you don't have, boy, it always make me tired with the Bible though, but think about when you live in the world and you of the world. Then your money done became your God. Your money is all your material things is what you pretty much worship. So you don't have a peace of mind. But when you look at big time celebrities, they always trying to pay their way out of something. They try to pay for a good night's sleep. They try to pay for a peace of mind. Well, chapter 11 is in so many ways also used to save money because that's how they get a peace of mind. They getting the ones that they owe off their back while they still trying to stay on their feet. But bankruptcy can be very costly. And it can take up a lot of time. It can mess up your credit score. But when you look at what big time people are doing, they not losing they not losing a lot of stuff they got. They robbing Peter to pay Paul back and John knocking at the front door. Somebody catch that later on. Think about how this is on your background and you try to go get a new house or you try to go to the dealership and get a new car. Or even with a lot of jobs now, your credit, doing credit background check, and then all of a sudden somebody see, oh man, they done chapter 11 on that. They don't want to hire you. So no 50 is not all the way broke. If you wait, I'm going to say this, if you wait until you all the way flat out broke to try to file chapter 11, you really going to be hurt. All the way hurt. So I saw that where 50 was being sued by the boy. I want to say that was Rick Ross' baby mama. That sex tape that got put out without her permission, and the jury ordered 50 to pay back what, $5 million? Pay her $5 million. You know, then you see where yes, boxing company filed for chapter 11. 50 is he's protecting what he got. Now, the reason why he's up in that category of chapter 11 verses 7 and 13, because look at his assets and his debts. They up to like 10 million to 5, not 5, but what was it, 10 million to 50 million. That right there in so many ways is already going to put you in the category of chapter 11, pretty much. I remember when they said Michael Jackson was broke, when he was going through all that, through court and everything. Hey, well, Mike broke now. Did you really believe that? One dude, yeah, he went from 400 billion to 400 million. Man, did you believe that? Did you ever believe that Mike was all the way broke like that? Because I sure didn't. And I'm going to say something off the wall that most people ain't going to even agree with. Michael Jackson now is worth more dead than he was alive. You think I'm lying? Google and look how they fighting over his money. Look at what happened with the family in so many ways. Look at what all they done came out with now. Mike was far from broke. And I mean that with no disrespect. We have to learn about what we really looking at. That's why I say a lot of us, if some of us would say amen, we would say, hey man, I filed for chapter 11 before. Matter of fact, my mom and daddy did, or my sister did, my brother did. Some type of family member you know might have filed for chapter 11. But when you look at chapter 11, once again, it's just like reorganizing your assets and what you owe. Not that you are broke. You can say I've been mismanaging, in so many ways. But once again, when you are a good steward, you do what? You make better decisions. So Curtis Jackson, he just got time to pay what he owed. Old folk will say he just buying some time. He ain't gonna lose nothing. He just buying some time. All he gotta do is make another movie. Or look at how good his ratings is on Stars. That show, that series Power with Omar Warwick and them in there. That's almost like the next biggest thing next to Empire. If that was on Channel 8, I mean, ain't no telling what the ratings would be. It'd be a battle between Empire and Power, because they like the #1 hidden things now. And people wonder how, what did Wesley do when he got out of prison? What do you see people do? They find a way how to bounce right back. Like Wesley say, they don't teach you all that stuff in Hollywood and all that about the money. People, oh man, he a fool, how he get locked up. You probably would have done the same thing. If you don't know nothing about something, that's why I say again, it ain't what we know that hurt us, it's what we don't know. But some of us are just too sorry to study. See, I don't just study the Bible. I study a lot of different things, and I tie it in with the Bible. In this case, when I tell anybody in the video like this, the moral of this story is learn how to be a good steward. Stop chasing fortune and fame, But what 50 Cent once again is doing is he's reorganizing his assets. That's what he's doing. He's making that, I like to say, that agreement. All they got to do is just, once again, like I say, make another movie, son. And 50 made quite a few movies. I mean, just like Mike Tyson. A lot of people wonder, why did Mike Tyson take that fight with Lennox Lewis? Or why wasn't Mike Tyson and Don King? What was going on with all that money? Why did Mike blow so much money? It wasn't just Mike. Why did MC Hammer blow so much money? Why did Michael Jordan blow so much money? Why did such and such? I mean, you can go down the line. But isn't it amazing that when you still look at them, they ain't broke. All the Trail Sprewell broke. He had 100 and something million. He broke. Such and such broke. Are they really all the way broke? Like you think. So that's why 50 is still working as an entertainer. Why he gonna make that agreement and pay back. You know what he owe. I saw all that on Yahoo. 50 flat broke. 50 ain't got no more money at all. Let me tell you something. When your assets are way up high like that, over a certain amount, then you file for Chapter 11. That's why 50 didn't. You notice he didn't file for Chapter 7 or 13. Why? Because look how high his debt is. It's up there. Most black people, I didn't say all, but most black people right now got more debt than they got income. Probably don't want to say amen. How many times do you hear people say, man, I got more bills and more debt than I got income? That's real. So what you try to do? Find a solution. Man, my credit been messed up for I don't know how long. Man, I got to figure this out. I got to figure that out. So you try to get some type of protection. See, growing up, mom and them, I like to say mom and them, like they say in the country. Growing up, mom and them would tell us to lie to the bill collectors. Tell them we ain't here, baby. See, we ain't have call ID then. Well, who is that on the phone? I'm tired of disguising my voice, Mama. I told him you don't live here no more. But then when they came out with call ID, ain't no need to answer the phone. I ain't got no friend with no 1-800 numbers. Who is this 199? I don't know them folk number. You already know. Bill collector. Don't get that. And what do? Leave that message. This is the collection agency. We are attempting to collect. Yeah, they gonna keep calling. Y'all know how I go. Used to kind of make me mad because Mama and them would always tell us, y'all don't never tell lies. Always tell the truth, baby, until them bill collectors call. Oh, baby, I need you to lie for me once again. Let them know we ain't here. But Mama, you sitting there on the couch. Let them know we ain't here. Sometimes I want to whoop my own parents for lying all the time and telling us to lie. I'm just joking, y'all. Y'all know how I go. But then you got to look at also what's personal and what's business. So yeah, 50, to answer your question, your other question, 50, yes, with the boxing promotion company and other things he got going on, he still could keep that. That Chapter 11 is protection once again. So even with him filing Chapter 11, check this out. Cause once you decide on what you decide on, and you go to court and all that behind it, don't you know it's really nobody that can come after him in the way like you think from your email and take his stuff like that? They can't even put no lien up against him. Because that's protection. That's protection for him. He not broke. So the ones he do owe, check this out. Think how long this might take. See, this is what they not talking about on the internet. 50, he do have to share his assets and liabilities with what he going through. But check this out. This may take almost 2 years before it get approved. So to the ones he owe, they gotta wait. They still gotta wait to get paid. Even that woman who's suing him for the sex tape being put out without her permission, do you think she's finna get money right away just like that? And then you know her attorney got his hand out too. He or she, whatever. I don't know if she got a woman or a male attorney, but everybody got their hands out. And from studying Chapter 11, I'm going to say it like this. That plan, if I'm not mistaken, it takes about 18 months before it get approved. But if you got a smart attorney, what they do, they try to change it from Chapter 11 to Chapter 7. Why? Because that'll cut it down almost like 5 years to get approved. Don't nobody really like waiting on their money, do they? So they going to do all they can to try to shorten it down. What you want is for the people you owe to just kind of bag up off of you. And I bet what 50 hoping is that, man, somebody going to go out of business. When you file for Chapter 11, you volunteer to do that. You do. That's something you go put yourself on. Kind of like when a man decide he just gonna go on and go put himself on child support. Yeah. You voluntarily do that. And 50 has made a lot of money. Now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to close. People are always talking about somebody broke. You don't know how much cash money somebody has had also while you calling them broke. They could have been had so much money buried somewhere or somebody holding it. So don't believe everything that you see on the internet like that. Oh man, he broke. All the way broke. He lost all that money. Don't believe everything that you see. Do some investigating if you really want to know. Learn what something is. If the topic is talking about bankruptcy, go look up what bankruptcy really means. Find out everything you can about bankruptcy or whatever the topic is. Don't just say, oh man, my partner told me, man, You know, 50 all the way flat broke. I saw it on the internet. 50 Cent broke because the media will lie in a second. So with that being said, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day.